Hi guys, welcome back. Thrifting with Matt and Elise. This time, I got a thrifting haul. We went thrifting yesterday. Not too long. We didn't do it too long because of just, I don't know. We just weren't feeling it. But we did grab a few things and I wanted to showcase them. So, I have about 2 bags full of stuff, and wow, the amount of stuff, the amount of stuff that I was able to obtain for the prices that I got them, outstanding, outstanding. But nonetheless, I wanted to jump right in this because this goddamn, excuse my language, the way that this goes is, it usually cuts my videos short for some reason, which I'm going to be fixing a lot of that. But nonetheless, I thought this would be a quick thing to do before I had to situate myself and leave to go to my place of business. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, but let's get this thing started with a very, very special friend of mine. Now, I saw this, I had to pick it up. It was probably, oh man, I don't know. Oh, by the way, I'm dealing with a little bit of something right now. I woke up and I have a toad, but he's no longer with us. I woke up this morning and he was deceased. I had him for quite a while, so I'm assuming old age finally took its toll. He had a lot of ailments, I could tell, and he was dealing with something, and yeah, now it's the part of burying him. But I'm one of those kind of people, proper burial for your pet, things like that. But back to what I was talking about, scratch all that, all the negativity. We have my boy over here. Now, y'all automatically know who this is, right? Were you scared? This is Rex from Toy Story, and I like the fact that it's an actually larger size Rex versus a smaller Happy Meal toy, or like something you would get that's a little on the smaller side, or a plush. I like the fact that it's the legitimate one, and it has a voice box. You just got to add the batteries. I have to check to see if it still works, but nonetheless, it's great. Here's one that I found that really intrigued me. It's a Christmas ornament, but it's Charlie Brown. And the thing with this right here is a 1999 Blockbuster ornament, and it still spins, which is nice. And that is for my girlfriend's house, because my girlfriend's house loves different kind of ornaments like this. Here's a really nice one that I found to add to my plate collection. I know some of y'all know about these plates, some of y'all might not, but the Disney plates, the ones you can't eat off of because they're not meant to be eaten off of. Yeah, I already have Little Mermaid, so now I have Cinderella, which is nice. I'm trying to complete the whole set. Great for the price I got it. I don't mind paying that. I really don't. Here's another thing that we are adding to our Disney collection. One obscure, one not obscure, and I saw these and had to grab them because they're well worth more than I paid for them, I believe. We have 1967, or what am I saying? Is it 67 or 68? The Jungle Book on vinyl, original, the Fire record right there. I also have Walt Disney's Happiest Songs. Now this is like one of those albums. This is, I think, from 67, 68. Let me check. 67. Now this is where there's songs that are sung by celebrities, Hi Ho from Snow White, When You Wish Upon a Star, but it's like songs, but they're sung by like Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke, Tommy Lee Steele, you get what I mean. Great album. Another album that's well worth it for what I paid for the $4. Here's a really, really obscure one that I found. I thought this was pretty interesting. I've never seen this, so I thought picking this up was going to pretty much piqued the interest of a lot of people, especially people that are a fan, and that is the Home Alone board game. Now, I've never seen this before. The Home Alone board game. This came out in 1991. It was made by, ironically, THQ, which made a lot of our wrestling games when we were kids, but they also helped to make this board game. I'm assuming that this board game, from what the looks of it is, it almost reminds me of, well, my girlfriend thought it was like Mousetrap, but now that I'm looking at it, it just looks like a map of Kevin's house, kind of, and you just like move through the house as if it is a board game, almost like a maze, if you would say. Like, very weird and interesting. Let me bring that. Pretty much weird and interesting. Nonetheless, great find. The Home Alone fucking board game. Like, why? Where would you find something? I love when I get to the bottom of a bag and I don't realize what I do have or what I did end up stumbling across. Now, I'm going to do the DVDs and I'm going to do the VHSs last, just because those are so easy to go through. I don't have to talk a little bit too much about them. But we had found these, and I did my research on them, thinking these are way too clean to be originals, but two original N64 remotes, and these are so fucking, excuse my language, these are so clean, like mint, like, I mean, there is nothing, no flaws, maybe just what they wrote on at the thrift shop, but I can clean that up, no problem. But nonetheless, these are like brand new, out of the box, N64 controllers, and I looked into them, serial numbers, all that different stuff. These are originals. I believe these came with the console when you bought it on launch. It came with a dark blue and a gray. I'm pretty sure. But these are well worth it. I can probably get $20 to $30 each, depending on this person who's buying or somebody who's really looking for N64 remotes that are really nice, that are still in mint condition, which these are in, I'd say, probably an 8.5 or a 9 in condition. These are in amazing condition. There's no scuff marks, nothing. Like, they are just pristine. Let's put those there. And now we have the DVDs and we have the VHSs, which first one I had to grab just because I like grabbing special edition DVDs, especially DVDs or movies that I remember as a child. I saw this when it came out in theaters. My grandmother took me when it was Hoyt Cinemas. It wasn't Regal, it wasn't Apple Cinemas, it was Hoyt Cinemas. And you had to call on the phone and say, hey, what movies are playing, categories, things like that. It was a different time back then, but Spy Kids 2, Island of Lost Dreams. This is the special collector series. Mind you, I have to have like a collector series or a limited edition. It just pops out more, that you get an actual sleeve with the actual DVD. And it just, I don't know, it's just very appealing to me. Brings back a lot of memories. Now, I was going to get the VHS version of this and the DVD, but my girlfriend, we kind of like hit a mark on our budget, so she had me put the VHS away, which I kind of was like, because I wanted it on VHS, but seeing that she chose the DVD was perfect because it's Matilda special edition, but another gem. This is from 2007. This was released in 2007. The DVD was. That's like, yeah, they do that. They'll release a DVD in 2007, 2008, a special edition or something. But the great thing about this is it's still sealed. So I'm going to keep that sealed and not open it. I actually have a 2001, I think it was 2001, sealed copy of Hook with Robin Williams, which that's a great one. Here we go. Some VHS tapes. I've got a VHS of Jim Henson's Where It All Began. It's Fraggle Rock. Y'all, 80s kids, Fraggle Rock. I know y'all like your Fraggle Rock. Well, I had to grab that because that just screams nostalgia, especially 80s nostalgia. We've got this, which I know they had a bunch of different VHSs of this. This one is the Princess Collection with Jasmine. It's a VHS. I know they had the other ones, but I had to pick it up just because it's Disney Princess. It's like early 90s, probably like mid 90s. I believe this is mid 90s, but it's one of the collectors. It's one of the Princess Collection VHSs, which I want to get all of them for my girl because why not? These are dope. And the cover is very shiny. It's very, very shiny. I like this a lot. But I'm not sure of date because sometimes on VHSs and on products, Disney does not put a date. I cannot find a fucking date unless I take a picture. Excuse the language. Is this? Yep, we have another VHS. Now these are 92, 93. These came out on VHS, but we have Frosty's Wonderland and Frosty Returns. Two of them. Well, Frosty the Snowman is one of my favorite Christmas movies. We used to watch it all the time, especially at my grandmother's. We used to watch that, obviously, all the classics, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But I would say as like a mid kid, like, how do I say that? Preteen, like 11, 12. My favorite Christmas movie was Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer on Cartoon Network. Straight up, like, when they used to do that song of... Can you get down? Seriously, I'm in the middle of doing this. You need to go. Now you want to make your presence known. You want to ruin the table. Can you just go? What are you trying to do? Well, let me continue. When they're talking about Grandpa is going to sue the pants off of Santa, like that shit just stuck in my head ever since I was a kid. But those are great. Here is another great one. Like one of my favorite movies as a kid. And that's Beethoven 2. I love the fact that there's another dog involved and it was like it's just so cute. I don't know. One of my favorite franchise was Beethoven. I loved the first one. I loved this one. I had the game of this. We had this on the SNES. And when I tell you this was one of the... Tiffany, correct me if I'm wrong. This game was one of the hardest on the SNES next to The Wizard of Oz. Like, two games I could not beat on the SNES were this and The Wizard of Oz. It stuck in my head, the Wizard of Oz theme from the SNES. Like, not being able to complete that game. Now, people will say, well, what about The Lion King and what about The Jungle? No, those two games are stuck in my brain as being the most corrupted, hard games on the SNES were Beethoven 2 and it just slipped my mind. But the other one I said, The Wizard of Oz. But this DVD right here I had to grab because I had to sort of add it to the Princess Collection because me and my girl have a lot of VHSs and DVDs of Disney princesses because we collect a wide variety of Disney stuff. So I had to add this one. I don't even think it's a special edition. I just think it's just in a nice case. But The Princess and the Frog, that was one I had to pick up because I don't own this. But never saw it, so I saw parts of it, but I heard it was really good. I like the villain. I like the premise of it. Great. Now, I had to do this for a final one because I know a lot of y'all are fans, and I know a lot of this has been talked about recently because it's coming back. But that's Malcolm in the Middle, Season 1. Wonderful find. But we're at the end of here. I want to thank you guys for watching. As my cat lingers in the background. Hey, say goodbye to the camera. No? You're too busy doing your own thing, okay? But anyways, love you guys. Stay positive, stay humble, stay safe. And thank you for watching. We love you.